This pod holds 22 racks, each containing up to 96 servers from the SL scalable server line. This allows the customers to slice and dice 16,000 processor cores, 16,000 DIMMs, and 16,000 terabytes of hard drive, all contained within 1,100 U of converged infrastructure.
If you think 16,000 is a big number, what do you think of 3 million? Because every data center in the world, from 1 megawatts, 3 megawatts or more, is a collection of one or more 4,000 amp backplanes. As we've been developing pods over the last 3 years, we've been right-sizing to these commodity 4,000 amp backplanes. And that optimization continues down to the 1,600 amp breakers that come off of them, all the way down to the 200 amp breakers that feeds the rows of IT. It doesn't matter how you use those 1 to 3 megawatts, whether it's as 130 kilowatt racks or it's 400 8 kilowatt racks. What matters is converging this infrastructure into modular, scalable, industrial components, so you're free to decide how to use your assets of people, time, power, and money. These converged components consist of power feeds coming from the 4,000 amp backplane, water feeds coming from the modular chillers or central chiller plant going into your pods, and the control and safety systems to ensure your data center is always on and always optimized. It's a lot easier to see the enterprise class control and safety systems on our first generation pods, which are based on shipping containers. You can see the multiple redundant power feeds, fan speed control, environmental control systems, emergency power off, fire smoke alarms, and even security options. You can see our Generation 3 pod doesn't look like a shipping container anymore, because it's not about unloading a shipping container from a ship or a truck. It's about optimizing around your need for IT flexibility within typical available power footprint. That means multiple densities, multiple tier levels, worldwide availability, right when you need it. This is about your need to use IT to serve your customers. Operationally, your team sees this as a row of IT just like a data center, with a cold aisle and a hot aisle. Yet the racks are pre-tested, pre-wired, whether it's one pod or multiple pods, all the way out to 3 megawatts. The racks have over 20 kilowatts worth of in-rack UPS that's enterprise class and serviceable. It's also a big OpEx and CapEx savings versus long lead time facility level UPS. We have industry standard power buses like you use in your data center. 2 17 kilowatt connectors from every drop and a pair of them, so we actually use 3-phase power, so we deliver the same power at half the current. All this IT now has to be cooled. We want to take the waste heat coming out of the hot aisle and cool it off using the least amount of money and using the least amount of energy. Some people think you trade efficiency for reliability, but our design allows for enterprise class fault tolerance. There are redundant fans and coils for concurrent maintainability. Cooling just like your data center, where the server waste heat is sucked through the coils and injected down as cold air as efficiently as possible. The HP-POD is not a building. Per codes like UL, it's actually a piece of information technology equipment. New for this 3rd generation pod is our touchscreen environmental control system. It monitors things like temperature, pressure in the hot aisle, cold aisle, water, power, and it can report all that and control the fans, the chillers, reach in and talk to the servers, and also look up to the transformers and switchboard at the facility level. And you're looking at the converged infrastructure here at our multi-million-dollar pod configuration center at Factory Express. We christened it over the summer, shipping 2 to 4 pods a week.
Nobody in the industry, in the x86 industry, has managed such a complex beast, and so many of them at one time.
This is not your everyday container or everyday truck. You'll notice by the number of wheels we have here, it's not your typical 18-wheeler.
Because the whole point of this 3.2 megawatt infrastructure is it's industrial, modular, scalable, and ready when you need it.